HIV infections through drug injections have been on the rise in Colombia, but a non-profit organization says there are ways to lower the numbers. CCTV's Michelle Bega reports it's trying to make a difference with a non-conventional approach.
27-year-old Maria, who wants to keep her identity hidden, has been injecting heroin for the last 4 years. At the peak of her addiction, she says she lost friends who don't agree with her lifestyle.
I think it is fear from society because they might not do drugs, but they are afraid of losing a loved one. Others are more affected by the taboo surrounding drug use.
For the last 8 months, Maria has been receiving treatment through the Change Project, led by the nonprofit organization Acción Técnica Social. The project provides treatment and helps manage the risks associated with injectable drugs. By supplying a kit that includes clean syringe, disinfectant, and sterile water, the NGO hopes to reduce the number of HIV infections and other diseases that arise from sharing syringes, a common practice among heroin users.
Users start to abandon certain practices that they used to see as normal. And as they start to notice that it wasn't good for them, they start to participate in our workshops, and even some began to consider reducing their intake.
When they are given the kit that excludes the actual drug, the Change Project teaches users how to practice self-care and hygiene. Once users are placed in the database, they are invited to workshops that include arts and crafts, as well as movie nights. Coordinator of the Change Project, Felipe Cuervo, says the kit is not the objective. It simply generates an opportunity to help.
This is where we build trust with the user, where they tell us their health problems and their psychological problems. The kit is simply a channel.
The Change Project began 2 years ago in the Colombian city of Pereira. Their Bogota branch was opened in April of 2015 and has 170 registered users to date. 13,000 kits have been given out at this branch, but the NGO insists they are careful not to encourage drug use.
If we ever get new users who are looking to experiment or are changing to drugs that are injected, then we don't give them a kit. We try to educate them more so they won't go down that path.
Last year, the Change Project says they have seen 12 users start a path towards sobriety. Maria has not injected heroin in the last month and says she hopes to reconnect with her 9-year-old son as she takes control of her life. Michelle Bega, CCTV, Colombia.